Hello, my name is Debbie Danford and I am craftyourcreations.blogspot.com is where you can find me. Today I wanted to bring you a rather quick card. I didn't really feel like it was that difficult, but I'm sure you've seen this style of card. Like, I'm going to show you what the original style is like the long narrow card, and it opens up and it's just a great fun fold. And I had used some of the Abigail Rose DSP to show my team a couple weeks ago how to make this card. We had made it recently in my Stampin' Bingo class using the Sunprints DSP. But then I decided to shrink it down a little and make it the size of a regular card. It's not quite as wide as a regular card, but the length here is. And again, I used the Abigail Rose paper, and this time I used the black and white paper, and then I just colored it. But I just think this one is so pretty. I used soft seafoam for the leaves and petal pink. Now my petal pink Stampin' Blends marker is getting close to drying out. I've used it so much because I used this bundle, this Cottage Rose bundle, with my monthly club this month, and I used petal pink and the soft seafoam and So Saffron a lot. Now, one thing I just noticed, that I did my circle here in basic white, and really this paper is I think all very vanilla based, even though that does look a little bit, let me look on the back here, basic black, crumb cake, early espresso, petal pink, smoky slate, and very vanilla. This doesn't really look necessarily all very vanilla either, so I could probably have used either one. I was trying to see if I had a scrap of very vanilla right here, just to see if it would have make any difference. I don't know if that it would, and I could maybe do this next one with very vanilla just to try it, but I think it's fine. Anyway, this, if you don't have this bundle, oh my gosh, you need to get this bundle. This bundle is awesome. And it comes with this die, of course, cuts out this main big flower, and then we have this one here, and then these are all standalone little die cuts that are leaves, flowers, double flower, just the petals. But the real pretty kicker one is this one right here. And this die cuts a whole bunch of stuff. One, it lines up with some of the paper, and I'll show you that in just a second. But then this portion here die cuts that. And then these right down here will die cut these three right here. But the really sweet thing is it die cuts this piece of paper. So there's certain parts on this paper, and as you see, that's why I cut that out right there. But there's certain areas, like right here's one. And that's why normally I don't cut my paper like chunks like that, but I did it so I could be careful how I was cutting, so then I could go back and cut more of these out, because I think this one, no, that one doesn't. No, that one doesn't. There's some where you could get partial of it. I think this one over here does, though. But that is what's really cool. Like here, yeah, there's that one. That's what's really awesome about this paper. And of course, the back side is like the old library cards. For those of you that remember back that far. At least that's what I think of these as, is the old library cards. So just to show you what this looks like this was the front of, I used the note cards, the new note card box of note cards, craft note cards, sorry, that are new in the catalog. That's what we did for our monthly club this month. And this is how I did the front of mine. Now, I accidentally ordered the wrong thing, so unfortunately my monthly club people are having to wait this month just a couple more days. Hopefully it's only a couple more days. I'm waiting for my shipment to ship on that, but I will also put the link down below if you're interested in joining my monthly club, because it's awesome. And this month they voted on this bundle So this is how I decorated the front of the box, which is right here. Don't want to show you the inside because I don't want to ruin it for my monthly clubbers. So without further ado, let's get on to what I wanted to show you today using this bundle. Set that aside. So what I decided to do is go black with this one because I felt like this is probably stamped in black on this particular one. Not that it matters, because here's another, this was a bonus card that I made that I showed in my videos, my video for monthly club. And I did use brown here, and I only colored the one big rose petal right there, and that was it. And then I used the new Charming Sentiments dies, die cut that. But what a pretty card. Simple but pretty. So that gives you an idea. So this card is actually, here's our belly band, slides off, and you open it up like this. And there's our nice fun fold. And I cut it so that everything flows together. Do you have to do it like that? No. It's just something I always point out in case it's how you want to cut it, so that you're aware of how you're cutting it. So what you're going to start with, here's my template. For this regular size card, it's 5.5 by 10. And you're going to score at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 3/4, and 7. So again, that's 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 3/4, and 7. And that's what makes this. So we're going to pull that here. And I've already pre-colored some of my paper because I didn't think you really wanted to sit here and watch me color for 30 minutes. So I already have all my score lines here on my basic black, and we're kind of just going to do the mountain, valley, and this is what you end up with, just like that. So again, what I did is mountain, valley, and then I will take a bone folder and burnish these score lines really good, because it will have the tendency to want to pop open just because you've got a lot of score lines here and a lot of folds going on. So you just want to make sure you burnish it really good. Just like that. Now, the first thing I am going to do is just go ahead and attach this. No, I take it back. I'm not going to attach that yet because I want to attach my DSP just in case I have to trim a little bit off. So we're going to set this aside. Now, our piece of DSP is 7 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to lay it out just like this. So this would be your 7-inch piece. Now, what I did is I had it on my cutter facing just like this. I cut 1 inch, 2 inches, 2 inches, 1 inch, 1 inch. It doesn't matter which way you cut, as long as you end up with a 1 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, and a 1 inch at the end. This is going to be the one that'll go here, and then these are all going to go in these spots right here, and that's how I'm going to keep my pattern going this way. Now, you could color the whole thing if you wanted. I just chose to color all the insides with So Saffron. And actually on this one, I colored all of the insides. I didn't on this one. I had only colored the insides of the ones I was coloring. And instead of using petal pink, I pulled in Pale Papaya, which is very similar in color, a little bit more peachy tone, only because my petal pink was running out. And as you see, I've already colored all the leaves, unless I missed one, which is really easy to do. There's a couple times I've gone back and like, oh, there's another leaf. There's another leaf. And then I kept it all lined up just like this as I was doing all my coloring. Now I'm going to go in here, and I'm using the light. And I don't spend a whole lot of time doing a lot of detailed blending with the markers. And I know a lot of people do. It's just not my thing. See, I see a couple leaves right here that I missed. That's why I say it's really hard to not miss a leaf here or there, because some of them are just kind of tucked in. Now I'm going to go and color this big rose right here. And of course there is a cut here. Now you could color all this and then cut. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to pre-cut so I didn't, waste time cutting strips for you. I think you all know how to cut strips. As long as you know the dimensions, it's pretty easy. So it's just going to be 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, depending if you're coming from left to right. If you're going from right to left, it's 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. And I'll make sure the dimensions are up. It'll all be on my blog, so I'll have all the dimensions and everything out of my blog too. And I'll have the link for monthly club. So my monthly club, if you join this month, you'll get in at the $36 price. This month, and well, I say this month, but I mean July's, because it's too late to sign up for the June class, but you would still see the PDF and out there, because I house everything out of my Facebook page. It's a private Facebook page, so anytime you join, you'll see all the videos and all the PDFs from every monthly club we have done since I started, which has been about 2 years, a little over 2 years now, I think. But you want to join now, because starting August 1st, my price is going to go up to $38. But anybody that has joined prior to that, they're going to get locked in at $36. That's my thank you for being part of my monthly club. That's how I wanted to do that. So there we go. So you would color all, like I said, you could color everything, but this is how much I want to color on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide this a little bit, and I'm going to attach my strip over here on my, oh, again, I'm doing the basic white. Yeah, I probably should have tried the Very Vanilla, now that I think about it, but now I see that either my white is a little short, or I cut my my strips could be just a little bit short. I'm going to just trim that up a little bit. I don't think you're going to notice it anyway, but I'll just trim this little piece off here and this little piece off the end, just to make it all line up perfectly, and it'll be wonderful, and no one's ever going to notice. Right? We're usually the only ones that notice little imperfections like that anyway. Okay, this will go on the inside. This is my inside piece. Oop, almost dropped it. Okay. So I live in Washington State, and for us, we are having a bit of a heat wave right now. It's supposed to get up to 90 today, and my craft room does not have air yet. It's supposed to eventually, but we just don't have it in yet. So it's starting to get just a little warm in here right now. And I have a fan going, and you might even be able to hear it in the background. I'm not sure. I didn't think about that when I started. Okay, now all I'm going to do is, I'm going to slide these down just a little bit, trying to keep it all in camera for you. And I'm going to start laying these out. And this is going to go here, this is going to go here, and these are going to go just like that. Okay, so let's slide this down. Like I'm really, like really warm right now, starting to feel it. I have to go get some water as soon as I'm done here today. But it is, today's the last day of our heat wave, like our 3-day heat wave. And I know people in other places are like, oh, 90 degrees, that's nothing. Trust me, I do know. I grew up in Arizona originally, so I know what it's like. And I know people make fun of us when we complain about it getting hot here, but we're just not used to it anymore here. And the difference between like here and like 100 degrees in Arizona, or even eastern Washington gets much warmer all the time, but our heat has a lot of humidity mixed in with it, so it's very humid out at the same time. That's the difference. Dry heat, much easier to tolerate. The humidity, awful. Okay, so you see how I kept my flow going there? At least I think I did. Unless I mixed something up, and it looks like these two are still going. I think, oh well, I'm going to leave it. I think I flipped these two around, but nobody's going to know. See, we're going to close it up. Nobody's going to know. Belly band. 1 inch by 8.5. I think it's just a scrap piece left over. I don't like really wide belly bands myself, so I tend to go with whatever, usually 1 inch strips. Yeah, 8.5. So this was like an end of something when I cut it. And what I do is lay it out. I tend to center it as much as I want. You don't have to center it because it depends on where you want those little folds. And you just want to make sure you pull back just a little bit so that your belly band isn't too tight. So I always just pull back a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is put a piece of adhesive here and put a piece of adhesive here. And then here's my belly band. Just like that. So there's that. Okay. Now, I've already cut my little circle. And again, see, I should have tried the Very Vanilla. Wasn't thinking. Still beautiful. This time I'm going to bring this over to this side like this. Now, on my scrap piece here, what I'm going to do is with Versamark, I'm going to, with Memento, not Versamark. My Versamark pad is sitting right here from a different card I made earlier, and I didn't finish cleaning everything up. I just decided to quickly do a video. Just like, boom, out of the blue. It's like, I'm going to get this done. So I'm going to stamp this one here. And I already stamped and did the leaf. I colored it with this soft seafoam light. I'm just going to color or die cut this. Whew, Debbie, you can't talk today. Stamp this in Memento, and then I'm going to die cut it with this little guy right here. And I'm hoping, now I may have to trim this paper off. We'll see here in a minute. Because I'm going to bring in my little mini boss here. We got the mini boss and the big boss. I always just keep my mini right here at my stamp desk. I put these on here. And I think, because I have to turn this at a little bit of an angle, let me make sure you can see everything. I think I'm going to have to just trim my paper a little bit so I can get it in. So real quick, scissors, scissors, scissors. I'm just going to trim this off. Just like that. And then I can turn it so I can get this in here. If I was using the big machine, I wouldn't have probably had to trim it like that, but because you have to kind of turn this at a little bit of an angle to get this to fit just right. I actually haven't die cut this with the, oh shoot. I was looking for my washi tape. Let me flip this so it's flat here. I had the curved edge up, so it was wanting to move a little too much. There we go. And I don't see my washi tape there. Okay. Now this is going to hang over just a little bit, so I'm going to have to turn this. I may have to run over to my big machine. I didn't try running this one through the mini yet, so I'm really hoping I can get it to work without running to the big machine. Oh, there we go. I think that'll work. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. I'm going to put this down on top, just like that. And I'm hoping for the best here. And we just crank it on through. And if you don't have this mini machine, oh, it's awesome. It's great if you like have a cabin maybe you spend time at, or my husband and I, we have a fifth wheel and we go camping, you know, like once a weekend, once a month, every weekend. One weekend a month. There we go. Gosh, I can't talk. Throughout the summer. That's kind of our thing. So the mini is perfect to bring in our fifth wheel. Okay, so I'm going to take the light pale papaya and the light, it's the dark so saffron, because the yellow is pretty light, so I used the dark on this. And I just added the yellow just right there, just like that. Now, like I said, I did not do any fancy blending. shading. I am literally just coloring it up. I don't, and I've seen some people do some beautiful shading with our markers, but it's not me. I like it down and dirty, quick and easy, and I don't like spending a whole, I don't want to spend an hour doing one card if I don't have to. Not that I haven't, I just try not to do that. All right, adhesive. Oh, this was the back of scrap piece. Kaylee's name is there. And this time, my seam's over here, so I'm going to put my circle a little bit towards this way. So I'm going to lay my leaf right there, just like that. And if you didn't want to put the flower on, if you wanted to like put a phrase or something there, that would be perfect. I mean, the sky's the limit. And then we're going to bring in, of course, my favorite dimensionals. I like to use the minis myself. I was thrilled when they came out with the minis. That was the best thing ever, is coming out with the mini dimensionals. Okay. And I just popped this up right here, just like that. Now, what I forgot to do, that my daughter-in-law pointed out just right before I started this video, she's like, you didn't put any bling on it. And she is correct. I forgot to put bling on it. And I've been using the see if I have enough here. The champagne rhinestones, and I had cut them, what I had left, I had cut all up and put in the packets for Monthly Club, but when I had to reorder the craft boxes that I ordered wrong the first time, I ended up ordering more, so now they're all going to get a half a pack. So let's put some bling and I'm going to do it. That one came off, doesn't want to stay. I'm trying to decide if I want to, there we go. Now, these are the champagne, but I kind of felt like they really matched the petal pink, but they also go with the, what's it called again? Pale papaya, sorry. Let's put one down there on that one. So there you go. There's two different, same paper, two different colors, but a different, shorter version of using this fun fold. And I think it's so pretty when you open it up. Even though I did put these on, these two pieces on wrong, we are not even going to go there. Not even going to worry about it. Nobody will know but me and you guys now that I told you. And you probably would have noticed it as you were watching. But anyway, there's my versions. I don't even know exactly what this, I call it, well, I was calling this one just the long, narrow fun fold. But I don't, panel fun fold. I don't know if there is an actual name for it. You know, sometimes there's just cards and ideas floating out there and somebody gives it a name and then it sticks and somebody gives it a name and then somebody else gives it a different name. So, you know, you just never know. But I have to say, I really like this shorter version. I think it's really pretty. Anyway, again, I'm Debbie, craftyourcreations.blogspot.com, and you can find me on Facebook at Craft Your Creations with Debbie. I would love it if you like the video. Follow me out on YouTube, and I hope to see you watching my videos again. And if you're interested in Monthly Club, click on that link below. Talk to you all later. Bye.